February 1st, and this morning I got a load of wood hauled to the guy that buys a bunch of it. Got that delivered, and finally got a sunny day here. And in the skid loader, got the tire scraper that we use to clean out the barns with. As you can see, we've just got a muddy mess in the driveway here. So we're gonna scrape this off and try getting some of this to dry out. I think I'm just gonna push it back in the back there. We're trying to get some road grindings to dig this out about a foot and then put road grindings in here, but we can't ever seem to get anybody to bring us any road grindings. So we're don't really want to buy gravel because I think my dad said that stuff was it about $200 or $300 for a truckload, and I'd hate to guess how many we'd need, because all this up there, all that from the front all the way down the driveway, and then all this here and all this is just mud. And we haven't got any gravel for this in I don't know how long, but it's just with all the traffic we have coming in and out of here and running around with a skid loader and stuff like that, you just tear it up. And we'd like to dig it out a foot, put that fabric down, and then put a foot or so of road grindings on top of it, but we can't ever get anybody to bring us enough to do it. So hopefully this summer we can get somebody to bring us some, but we'll see. But we're gonna just start pushing this and see if we can get some of this to dry out.
Got Kev's moved out here yesterday and got that other new big hut moved out the other day. Got another big hut set over there, so we got 13 heifers on the south pin here, and we got 6 over here right now, but this pin's a lot more muddier. And then we got the gates put up there yesterday before moving these heifers in, so did that. Then Mom, Dad, and we got our calf huts cleaned up, so gonna be moving these 4 guys. Well, this is a heifer, but gonna be moving them to calf huts here real quick, so I gotta get some sand put out there and get them moved. But we got these 2 girls moved in here yesterday and got these new feed bunks put in here. They're V-shaped, so hopefully, haven't seen anyone standing in it yet, which it wouldn't be too comfortable trying to stand in there, but these old feed bunks, they would just stand in them, and dent them all up, but I see Dad, he got rid of the one, it had holes in it, but yeah, this one, it had holes in the corner there, but yeah, they love to stand in the feed bunks for some reason. But then these 3 boys were already here from before, but they'll be going inside when we get room. Hopefully move them big guys in a week or 2 here, then have these 2 heifers here. They're pretty clean, which we put sand down before we put this hut here. We left the bedding in that one, but put straw in it because it the rainwater, when it runs off, if you take out the base, it gets pretty wet. And the calves that were in there, they were only in there for a couple days, so I didn't bother cleaning up the hut itself. But then got 3 steers here, so yeah, they do pretty good on the sand here, and like this sand, but it kind of, when it's wet, it gets really wet. So then we'll be moving calves, be putting 1 there and then the other 3 in this row, so then we'll have room for 3 more later on. But gotta put sand, clean sand down, and then grab 4 huts and get calves moved. Got our 4 huts set up here. Just need to put rods in on each side here, and I got the straw by the milk house, but Uncle Don, he's getting in cows now, so we'll put the straw in there and start milking. these headlocks the other day. They're used, they're nothing new, but gonna hopefully get these power washed in the next day or two. It's supposed to be a little warmer anyways, but just unloaded these off the trailer, so I believe there's 12 sets here, so there's around 120 foot, because these are 10 foot a piece, so they seem like they still got quite a bit of life left in them. So yeah, gonna get those cleaned up, and then those will go out in the heifer barn there. But show you what the project is. So it'd be replacing these old headlocks here, which these are pretty rotted at the bottom here. So they don't have the locks on them. We took them off because these ones are pretty small, because it'd be right here. So these heifers are plenty big that's in here. So take these out. We would need 3 of them, but we'd have 2 extra headlocks, so we'd have to cut off 2 of them off the new ones. But yeah, hopefully they mount right up and should come out right. But yeah, we took these out, the stanchion part out, because it was used to have collars on the heifers. Well, with their having the collar on their neck, it would hit them, and some of them acted like they couldn't fit in there, but they could. But we just went ahead and took them out just to give them more room. So yeah, hopefully get those put on in next few days here, maybe, if it all works out. But might paint them, make them last a little longer. But yeah, I got everyone bedded up with corn stalks this morning, so everyone's laying down. But yeah, gonna work out in the freestall building a little bit today, get the move some sand around. There's 2 mats that are starting to stick up a little bit, so gonna try getting them 2 out. And all the dry cows are laying down at 1097, then 1132 she's in the back by the door there. Those are the next 2 cows due here. They're still 10 days out at the earliest, but 1097 she might calve a little earlier. But yeah, they're looking good. Cows are milking good, so we'll work out in the freestall there, getting the mats out. So Trevor, he got sand spread out here yesterday. Yeah, here's one of the mats, but 26 she just laid down there, so we won't mess with that one quite yet. Now this heifer, that's how you want them to lay closer to the curb, so the manure goes in the alley here instead of up on the curb. So she Phoebe here, she just calved 2-3 days ago, so she's doing pretty good. Her udder's green because we rubbed udder mint on there, help with the udder edema, help the swelling go down in the udder. So but I had another mat up here. I'm gonna find that one here really quick and get it dug up. So the milk cows, they were all laying by the mats that are popping up, so not gonna bother when the cows are laying down next to them. So got the big hut moved out here the other day. Haven't got any straw put in it yet, so we had to drag it out here, and it's pretty muddy out here. So gonna dig the mud out along the wall, because while that was dragging it, just piled the mud up all along it. So gotta get this out of here, get it off the wood so it doesn't rot as fast, I guess. But when you have manure in here, it's gonna rot anyways. But yeah, gonna get this dirt dug out, get some straw in here, and go from there. So got this mud shoveled away from the wall here. It was all the way up to there, and this wood I don't believe is treated, but I mean, it's gonna have manure on it anyways, but figure shovel that out anyways to keep it down a little lower, because we don't move these sheds as often as we should, but try to move them every year anyways, because I didn't get that one moved last year, or that one there, so they're going on 2 years. But yeah, try to just rotate them throughout the pasture there, but you can't always do it, because last year would have been a time to do it because it was actually dry, but never got to do it around to doing it. But yeah, we'll get some straw put in here, and yeah, these are town line sheds, so that's where we got them from. First time having one of these building. This is a 10 by 20, and it's got pretty good height to it, and it seems pretty well built anyways. We drug it through the cow free stall. Well, it was in front of the shed there, and then we drug it through the cow lot and then through the shed there, so it stayed in one piece. So see how we get along with it this year, and hopefully still can move it, because these are wood framed is the only thing, where the old ones, those were metal framed, so they lasted pretty long, but they still rot because they're in the manure and the moisture all the time. So it was gonna rot sometime, which we were able to patch them sometimes, and they withstood the elements anyways. So see how we get along with these two new buildings, and they're a lot taller, so hopefully they get a little more fresh air in there than the old ones. You can see how much shorter. They're about half this height, which I think those were actually hog buildings at one time, but it's just a money mess right now. But we'll get straw put in here and go from there. So I've been working on getting this straw bedding worked up. This is where we keep the calves at after the cows have calved. Just try to keep the calves here for a couple days and then move them into the huts. But yeah, just been working on this a little at a time. We shovel it from here, and then we just run it into the barn cleaner, and then barn cleaner takes it to the manure spreader. So we'll just break this stuff loose and pile it up here, and then as we go along we'll put it in the barn cleaner. So we'll work on getting this broke loose. But got all this manure broke loose here, piled up. Didn't come up too bad, but I think that's about going on 2 years worth. So yeah, don't clean this up as often as should, but yeah, then we'll just fork this in as we need it in the barn there to clean out the barn, because springtime usually it gets a lot of loose manure in the barn there, so we put straw or bedding to help get the liquid manure to go up the chute a little better. But yeah, that wasn't too bad of a project, so gonna probably go for lunch here. But yeah, got them clean this up, and we don't use these little headlocks anymore. They used to have calves. Instead of having all these cows in here, used to have calves on this side, and then where cows are eating right now, there's some big headlocks. They had cows on that side. I'm not really too sure how the setup was in here, but I think they had like posts in the middle to divide them. But it must have not been too good of a idea, because I thought Dad said that the calves would get pneumonia in here, being with the big cows and stuff. But yeah, we got huts to put calves in now, so we don't have to worry about that. And got this door open over here to let the air in, so the big cows, they can handle a little colder air on them anyways. So got that open to air this out too. So, but yeah, we're getting things done. Got my bottles all ready to go here, so we'll set bottles in all these calf huts here. These two huts are on the opposite side of the doors, so gotta go down this row. And we'll go down the next row here. This calf hut got to go on the other side too. Should have put that hut in the front or at the end here, so didn't have to walk all the way around, but wasn't thinking. And this was one got moved out here yesterday, so he's new to the routine here, so gotta get him on the bottle. And he found it, so he's good. So all the bottles are in, so then we'll start feeding grain. Evelyn here, she just started getting weaned, so give her some grain and still some sweet flakes here. And this guy here, he's also just getting weaned. Which he didn't eat too much this morning, so have to keep an eye on him. Sometimes the transitioning, they sometimes slow up on eating because they're used to getting the bottle, but when they start eating good for a week or two, then we start weaning them. But he's just being stubborn right now, so yeah, we'll finish feeding here and then go feed everyone out back. Got everyone fed here, so I got the 2 groups out back yet to do, and then gotta water a couple of these guys. So then that'll be all done doing chores here.